So you got that. Hey, you got that. You've got mentions of Israel worshiping at a temple again. Hey, what a coinker-dinker. Israel's rebuilding their freaking temple. Right. Everything's in order. They've got all the things they need. Even the tribe of the Levites is being retrained how to do the worship songs and how to anoint everything and da-da-da-da-da.
Wow.
Everything is... So that's another.
So from their point of view, and them doing this, are they disregarding the Bible, or are they?
No, they're not. This is what's a trip, man. They don't. The Jews don't believe in Jesus as the Messiah. Okay, they still think that the Jewish people have access to God via the Mosaic and Abrahamic covenants that God actually established with them, but then fulfilled in Jesus, and they missed it. They're like, no, we don't want this. Okay. So what are they doing? They're reestablishing the means for relationship with God through the Old Testament commandments of have a temple, build it like this, like this, like this, like this, sacrifice animals. They're bringing back sacrificial animals. Bro, there's going to be a bloodbath in Israel. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. They're bringing back the old ways of worship because they think that that's how God spoke to their people. And listen, this is so cool, man. Every time Israel flourished and did great in their land and there was prosperity and blessing upon the land, it was because they were abiding by God's commandments in relationship, through that covenant with God.
Right. And
the people flourished.
Sure.
And the land flourished. Every time they sinned, they rebelled, they brought in other gods, other idols, intermingled with other nations. Slavery, destruction, you lose your land over and over. That was punishment. Every time they left God's covenant. So they think we need to bring back the worship of God via the means he established in the Old Testament, and then we will flourish again. They know they've been under a curse. Because Israel's been, thousands of years, they've been under a curse. No nation, no whatever, till 1947 when they became, or 48, when they became a nation again, right? They know they've been getting punished. Did you know that Tel Aviv, which I think is the capital of Israel, has a higher homosexual population than San Francisco?
Dude, I heard this, man. Like, that's bonkers, dude.
They're hyper liberal or progressive. It's fascinating. And listen, the religious leaders of Israel, because they always are going to have that tradition, they can't get away from that. The religious leader says, we're under a curse. This is why we've been spread out across the planet all these years. This is why our nation was taken away, because our people left the presence of God and the covenant of God. Let's reestablish it. God will come back and show favor on Israel, and we're going to get right back to where we left off 2,000 years ago, when they were destroyed in AD 70.
That's perfect timing for when they do come back for Sky Beam to throw that up there, and then they'll 100%. See in that video that we saw, right?
100%. These guys reestablish their covenant worship with God, right? And they start projecting some stuff, or something demonic, something alien actually appears. And it's like, I'm so glad you set things back up. But again,
we talked about that they haven't manifested, themselves. So that's why I'm saying it might be technology.
They haven't, except for when they broke the rules and came down and mated with women. At that point, they took on some sort of form.
Right, but he's the deceiver, right? So imagine it says the great deception, right? That's happening. Like it says that in the Bible, the great deception. So that to me, that's why.
Oh, it actually says he will send them a great deception.
Oh yeah, that's right.
God will send.
That's
God
gnarly,
will send.
dude.
Yeah,
bro, that's so gnarly, man.
I know.